Okay, principals, if you do not have a mentorship program at your school, what are you waiting for? This is about the mentorship program that you need to have and implement at your school today. Really thinking about these techniques and the professional growth to accelerate your teachers and to make sure they are not feeling alone. They're not feeling like they are in this by themselves. And then there's constant professional growth that helps them a little along the way to ensure that you have a successful school year. I feel like I'm always preaching this. We need to have mentorship at our schools. So there's a huge impact of mentorship on teacher retention. If you have a mentorship program, I'm pretty sure you're at 92% retention rate. Thinking of what does it mean for new teachers to have support and to have ongoing training and support by somebody at the building. What is the difference? Well, so we know that improvement and retention through mentorship is a difference in 19%. So always think of what can I do to make sure I have a mentorship program at my school along with the coaching program. All right, what does this mentorship program look like? It means that you are having a paired partnership, thinking about a program with paired teachers where you're matching your teachers with the experienced educator, somebody in the building, maybe a long-term mentor that goes on there, or it could be a new mentor. Whatever it takes, make sure there's systems in place so everybody gets a mentor when they first come in your school. Establish clear goals. What does it mean to have an agenda every time? What does it mean to show up for the mentee? Really thinking about setting the expectation, regular check-ins. How often do you check in? They should know all that when they come to your school. And providing training. So it's not enough to just be a veteran teacher. What does it mean to constantly nurture the next generation of teachers? And it has to be systematic and it has to be a training attached to that. Okay, you may ask, Cassandra, how do I match them? Okay, so thinking about effective mentor matching program, right? What does it look like? So both mentors and mentees are in the pairing process, right? To be able to consider, what subject area expertise, maybe that may be considered a choice. Maybe it might be grade level experience. Thinking about what is the compatibility through your mentorship program. And then what is the continuous evaluating process, right? Is it surveys? Do we know? Is it focus groups? How do we know we're getting better? What do the check-ins look like? And how's the principal involved to just be informed in some of the things that's happening? At Harrisonburg City Schools, they have implemented a successful program. Really thinking about the program implementation, they were able to stage mentorship program with regular mentees and mentors. And thinking about we had regular meetings, we had regular peer observation, and we had regular collaborative planning sessions. And then we had a principal's role, and the principal knew the expectation, really being able to monitor the matching system, provide orientation for all stakeholders involved, and then ensuring that they had ongoing support in their PLCs and their training modules. And three, they were able to measure their results. Thinking about it, the improvement performance over time, it increased the morale, and then it increased the confidence for the new teachers that were coming in. So you may be like, what are my action steps, right? What do I have to do, Cassandra, as a principal? So it depends on what you want to do, but to have a successful program, you have to schedule regular check-ins, right? What are your monthly meetings? What do the check-ins look like? What are the demonstrations? What is the feedback that you are providing to all the people in play? Thinking about the measurable feedback, how are you collaborating with the mentor and the mentee? What are you doing to recognize success? We are in this together. And so if you are celebrating the principal, the teacher, you need to be celebrating the mentor as well. So thinking about what do they get as a certificate or a celebratory staff meeting, congratulations for being a part of the work. And then where are the resources, the funding that's coming from this, right? It's one thing to volunteer or volunteer the mentor to, because you have so much experience, so much to give, you could do this. But what does the stipend look like to where there's a successful stipend component and a successful celebration along with it? Okay, Loki, I'm about to tell you how to do this. Here's a step-by-step guide implementation how to do it. First, assess the needs. What is going on in the school in the jump, right? Usually we survey new and experienced teachers to kind of see like what were the barriers they had in place when they came to the school. Next, you recruit and you train your mentors. It's not enough to just have experience at your school, because if that's the case, a lot of our veteran teachers are only 1 year in. So thinking about what is your training and what does that look like. Three, make sure you're pairing your mentors with the mentees, thinking about how are you matching them based on grade, personality fit, all that matters. And then, of course, if you're not monitoring, measuring, and adjusting, then something is wrong, because how do you know that what you're doing is not right? You want to always get better and improve your craft. Continuous improvement is the key. Tools. I like to say tools because many times when we have our mentorship programs, it's always a Google Doc. So always thinking about what are the tools that you can have for these teachers to be in this program. So we know that effective mentorship programs usually have some type of tool to guide the progress, whether it be consistent checklists. Nobody is creating things on the fly. Nobody is making up agenda meetings. All these things are in the bucket for teachers and for the mentors. Now, there is a true benefit of a structured mentorship program. We know we already said, Cassandra's increased retention. You want to keep your teachers? Get a mentorship program. You want improved performance in your classroom? Get a mentorship program. You want a strong culture to where everybody knows they were nurtured from the jump? Need a mentorship program. You want to understand how professional growth plays into this and accelerate development? Get a mentorship program. Now, I know this is a challenge, right? This is a challenge, but if you want your school to be successful, you want to strengthen your program, you want to commit to continuous development, and you want to evaluate your current practices, and you want to assess what's working, and you want to reflect on the structures that you have in place, consider a mentorship program. Because to be transparent and honest, I don't know how long you can go without one. I hope these tips help. If you want to DM me for more, if you want me to come to the school, let me know. DM me. I would love to collaborate. Talk to you soon. Bye.